Boom. What is good, happening, everybody? It's your boy Ferris Mathona, and welcome to another special episode on the Let's Get Ready Network channel. This special episode is our LGR Patreon request videos. The request comes from Brandi. Shout out to Brandi. And the request is me and Justin talk about soap operas. Without further ado, I did say his name. He is my right hand man, Justin. Justin, how are you, my man?
Hanging in there, man. Hanging in there. This is a tough task. You know what I'm saying?
It's a tough
Soap
task.
operas. You know what I'm talking about? Like,
Mm-hmm.
I think I may have watched a few episodes back when I was a kid, staying at an aunt's house. You know, like during like summer break and stuff like that, while
Yeah,
my
yeah,
mom was at work, and that's about it. And
yeah.
some woman got buried alive, and then like there was some, you know,
Someone,
heated
someone got killed but didn't die.
heated rivalry. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, that woman stole this woman's man, and then this
Yeah.
woman was mad, and then like she got put in a coffin underground.
Find out you're
They
related. It's crazy.
Yeah, they had a video camera hooked to
Yeah.
it so they could watch her like squirm and shit.
Some guy's
Like,
name is Brick.
yeah,
And
some
other,
whatever.
but
Just
guys,
general.
like I said, it is a Patreon request video. Like I said, at the $15 level, you can have a couple of perks. If you want to join the Patreon at patreon.com/LGR underscore network, the perk is there's a couple perks for the $15 tier. You get everything on the Patreon, as well as you get to request a video on any topic you would like, and you choose some members of the team. If those members of the team can do it, they will do it, depending on scheduling, as well as you can appear on any show we have once a month. So, but Brandi ignited her Patreon request of she's a big soap opera fan. Brandi, we were talking about it in the Discord, and she said that's gonna be my request. I want you and Justin to talk soap operas, and that's what we're here. We're gonna talk soap operas. I know about soap operas, Justin. I know the names. I know the Bold and the Beautiful, General Hospital, The Young and the Restless. I think there's another one on CBS. I think I don't know the name of it. Um, but I don't watch. I've never watched a soap opera ever. I actually tried to watch an episode of The Bold and the Beautiful the past season. I couldn't stop laughing because it's
Look, man.
it's
Look, I
something,
did
Justin.
extensive. I
It's
did
Justin.
extensive research for this, Ferris, and I wanted you to know the longest running soap opera on television was Coronation Street. It was a British one. It was
Ah,
not in the United States. Just wanted to throw that fact out there.
there's actually a very famous one in Australia that actually brought us a lot of great Australian actors. I believe Margot Robbie was a part of one. I don't know what the name it was. I think Eric Bana was a part of it, and so was Joel, not Joel. Yeah, Joel Edgerton. Yeah, the
Go ahead.
Uncle Owen. I believe he was a part of it, as well as I think Scott Mendelson. I'm just naming Australian actors. I think they're on it, but I know Margot Robbie was on it. But
Oh,
a lot.
Wolverine wasn't in there. Oh,
I
Hugh
don't
Jackman wasn't part of that.
I don't know. Let me look it up. Actually,
While you're
Australian.
looking that up, man, I wanted you to know that 9 out of the top 10 of the most soap operas with the most episodes in history are all based out of the United States. And
Neighbors.
the person sitting at the top was God and Light. God and Light with the most episodes ever. In
Well, yeah.
soap opera history.
Soap operas. They're usually daytime TV. They usually come around like 1 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I think. They have like 30, 40 episodes a season. A lot of actors have come through soap operas because a lot of people get their first gigs in soap operas. I believe the new Supergirl that was in the Flash, Sasha Cali, she's from The Young and the Restless, which airs on NBC, which is now on Peacock. So she was in that. I believe Vanessa Ray, she's a prominent star on CBS's Blue Bloods. She was on a soap opera as well. So a lot of people have come and gone through. Like I said, Margot Robbie. Soap opera is a good entry level gig, and you're doing it. It's daily. It's
Yeah.
every day, every day. It's not like HBO shows where it airs on Sunday, 6 o'clock. Watch it on Sunday. Like, no, it's every day. Every day. It's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. They get the weekends off, of course, because who doesn't like a good weekend off? But do you think soap operas are a good entry point to acting? Because I believe it could do some good things.
Look, man, I ain't gonna lie to you, man. Uh, this might be a hot take or whatever you want to call it, but I mean, if you're gonna say soap operas is a good entry level to acting, you might as well throw porn in there as well because I mean, come on, man, the acting ain't that much better.
Oh my God.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
my
I
bad.
mean,
Sorry. The Young and the Restless is on CBS. Days of Our Lives is on NBC Peacock. Yeah. So there's that. So I messed up the two. I apologize.
apologize to Brandi for that hot take. She
Yeah.
probably ain't gonna like
Oh,
it.
you should apologize for basically saying soap operas are porn. What are you doing?
No, I'm not
What?
saying they're porn. I'm just saying related to the fact of like the great acting you're saying.
I'm not
Like I
saying
would
great
say the
acting.
acting
No, Justin,
levels.
see, here's the thing. I didn't say great acting. I said entry level into the acting world. I didn't say great
Well, yeah, but
acting.
that's what I'm saying. It's like both of them's kind of the same because, like, you know,
I
they
don't agree.
the acting levels on par. You know
I
what I'm
don't.
saying? It's both. They're both entry level jobs.
I
You know what I'm
don't
saying?
agree. I gotta get you just said that.
Hey
Dude,
man,
what
hey man, we
the
live in
hell is wrong with
2023,
you?
bro. We live in 2023. Body positive. You know what I'm saying? Like, this kind of thing cannot be shunned. You know, people don't like to jump on. You know, if we're being politically correct here, like no job is can be looked down upon like that. You know what I'm saying?
Fine. Okay. But so Justin, did you? I see. I told you I've never. I watched one episode of a soap opera. I was like, you know what? I'm good. Um, I'm fine. See, like there's over like 200 episodes a season.
Oh
It's like
yeah, it's
200
crazy.
episodes.
Oh,
It's
it's
it's it's
crazy.
insanity. Like acting every day. Like good acting, bad acting, it doesn't matter. But acting every day, yo, that must be insane. Because because they must be shooting so many episodes
Yeah.
in like because it's like
I
I
mean,
think
they
it's
get time
impressive. I
off
think
because
it's
it's
really
like
impressive.
5 days a week. Yeah, they get
Yeah.
some time off though. There's like 5 days a week, and they do
Mm-hmm.
have seasons where there's gaps in between.
Mm-hmm.
So, with that being said, they do get breaks. But yeah, you're right, man. It's like wrestling. It's the closest thing to television to wrestling, right? That's
Mm-hmm.
not wrestling. That's like a TV show. Uh, that's you know what I'm saying, like because they have so many episodes a week of like wrestling, and these people they did it even more. They did it 5 days instead of like about 3 days a week. They did it like 5 days a week,
Mm-hmm.
and everything else. But nah, man, it's crazy what they're able to do. But I tell you what else is crazy. Do you know how soap operas got their name?
No, how do they get their name?
Because during the time that soap operas first started to be on television, the reason why their name became soap operas is because of how many soap advertisements that were put on during the actual shows.
Or like body soap?
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay. Okay. Yeah, okay. Oh wow. I didn't know that. That's crazy. It's wild.
Yeah, because of mainly women audience, right? So they were
Yeah.
advertising things to help clean around the house. Because at this time, like when soap operas first started,
Mm-hmm.
like a lot of women were at
70s.
home
Yeah,
taking care of
70s,
the
60s.
kids and all
Yeah.
this stuff. You didn't have to have a two how you didn't have to have two people in the household necessarily making income. You could
Mm-hmm.
live off the income that you were making off of one person. So the guy would go out to work, woman would take care of the house and stuff. So they'd have a bunch of soap commercials like, hey, this is soap cleaning products and everything else during the time that these shows would come on, because the ladies would be sitting there watching the show in between cleaning stuff, and obviously they'd be like, bam, this is the best thing to help clean this, and they'd buy it, whatever.
Mm-hmm. Do you have a favorite soap, Justin? I know you said you watched a little bit when you were a kid. Did any of soap grab you? Did you like one of them more than the other?
Man, I can't remember. The only one I ever really watched, period, is the one where that person got like buried alive, and I think it was Days of Our Life. I think it was a Days of Our Lives, if I'm not mistaken. That was done that way. That had that on, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I knew them by name growing up. I didn't really watch them a lot. I knew a lot about Days of Our Lives because Days of Our Lives had a cross promotion with Friends, because Joey becomes Dr. Drake Ramore, uh, actor in Days of Our Lives, because Jennifer Aniston's dad was a prominent star in Days of Our Lives, so they kind of just like crossed promoted the shows on Friends. And it kind of helped Days of Our Lives because Friends was the biggest show at the moment, which kind of made sense. But after that, I really didn't watch a lot of daytime TV because I was in school. You know what I mean? I didn't really
Mm-hmm.
watch it. And then when I would stay home from school, I would be watching like PBS, Rough Ruffman, probably watch a rerun of Uncle Rogers, Mr. Rogers or something. But I never
Yeah.
watched, The Bold and the Beautiful. you know, I try, like I said, me and Brandi were talking about it a while ago. I decided to, you know, watch The Bold. I think it was The Bold and the Beautiful, the like first episode of season 36. There's apparently 222 episodes now, so I'm a little behind, I guess. I'm behind, I guess, yeah. But you know,
my thing always with these is how cheesy
wild
the
to me.
action was, and that's why, you know, I'm trying to be funny earlier, but that's why I brought up the fact of like, because that's the one thing that like you people would joke about with like say the other thing is like the acting's really cheesy and like drummed up, and like, you know, that's one of the things that I remember any episode of any of these that I saw, because I'm pretty sure like my mom had one on when I was younger and I just didn't know which one it was or whatever. But like every one I've ever seen, the acting was just so cheesy. But what isn't cheesy is soap operas wasn't just on television. Back in the 30s and 40s, they were on the radio. And in 1941, 90% of all radio programming was actually soap operas.
Oh yeah. They were big. They were the radio plays. Radio plays were very big back in the day. Did you know the Green Hornet was a radio play? Did you know that?
Yeah, back in the day, yeah.
Yeah. And then Bruce Lee made the show. There's also evening soaps as well. So they weren't just daytime. You could watch them in the evening. And I don't know which of the evening soaps were Dallas, Dynasty, Melrose Place, Desperate Housewives. You can count it as a soap if you think about it. But yeah, like the big ones are Dallas and Dynasty. You ever watch Dallas or Dynasty, Justin?
Hell no.
No?
No, hell no. I
You know
wouldn't
what-
be. I would be embarrassed of myself if I was a grown man sitting at home at nighttime, because these right here you're talking about can't started coming on prime time. You know, they weren't just daytime; they were prime time. And if you're a grown man sitting at home watching some Dallas or Dynasty at prime time, bro, you gotta check yourself, man. You gotta check yourself. Like what days like did these shows come on, for instance? So because if they came on Monday night, if you're a grown man, especially with a beard, you better be watching wrestling or some football.
I don't necessarily agree. I think a lot of men would watch them growing up.
Bro, how many men have you ever talked to that said that they went in prime time and admitted to like they had to watch these shows?
A lot.
Now maybe they watched them with like they woman and everything else, and they were like being cool because they were just a cool guy and they were going to watch them with their lady friend. But how many do you say that they sat down by themselves without a girlfriend, without a wife next to them, and watched that show and then bragged about watching it? And told
I think a lot of them did by themselves because no one would be around.
I need receipts on the people that bragged about watching this show. I think
you know, like you said, Justin, you know, back in the day, the soaps were, because they're called soaps because they're, it was geared towards women. Like I get that was the target audience, but there's probably some people within that target audience that's a little diversion.
No, man, you know how many grown men you ever heard brag about watching Dynasty or whatever?
Stephen A. Smith said he watched a lot of soaps growing up.
Right, but did he specifically name these two in prime time where he
said, he was talking about like daytime soaps, like
yeah. See, I can see daytime because back in the day you didn't have cable like we got now. If you did, it was expensive. A lot of homes couldn't have it. The only thing you could watch was the major networks, and every major network had their own soap opera going on, CBS, ABC. So if you're chilling at home, after cartoons is over, this is all you're going to get. Like, you ain't got no choice. As the years went on, then they started doing more of the talk show route. Like, the Jerry Springers of the world started popping up, Phil Donahue, all this bullshit, started coming up on the airwaves as the years went on. But at a certain point, you ain't had no choice but to watch soap operas. So I get him admitting, oh, I watched soap operas back in the day. Hell, there wasn't nothing going on if he was sitting at home, So I get that. I'm just saying, I ain't never heard no grown ass man say and brag about watching Dynasty every week.
Well, the ratings are pretty high in the 80s, so that's not just women though.
No. But that's what I'm saying though, is it ain't just women, but like, okay, for instance, me and Brandi, if we was living together and this was a big show that was coming on, like for instance, she's talked about Big Brother a little bit the other day. That's not something I normally watch. But if my woman, is like watching the show and she's really interested
watch it with her,
I'd watch it with her. You know what I'm saying? Even if I was laughing and cutting up in the background, doing my thing, watching it, I would still watch it with her and try to respect it, you know what I'm saying, and let her have a good time watching something she wants to watch, because of course she has to watch some of the things that I want to watch that she might not be as into. So that's just being a
Forcing her to
respectful
watch
gentleman and a
horror
man,
movies.
right?
Yeah.
But if Brandi ain't here at the house, let's say we was living together right now, right? And like she went on some kind of trip or something like that to visit her mom that I couldn't go to, and whatever's on that night, like Big Brother showing that night, and she's out of town, I ain't watching that damn thing. I'm doing something else. It's freedom, baby. It's freedom. You know what I'm saying?
I'm saying this, man. I'm saying, hey, man, if you are a man and you're watching primetime soaps, shout out to you, man. I respect you. I love you, dog.
No, I mean, hey, man, people like what they want to like. I'm just saying,
Yeah.
there ain't too many men I've ever seen that openly admits and brags about watching like Dynasty back in the day. Like, unless they were like, oh, man, I was, you know.
How about Dallas? You ever watched
really
Dallas?
it. Hell no, man.
What's
ain't
Dallas
that the one
about?
That was like, who shot JR?
What?
Which one's the one that JR got shot?
Is that, I don't know if that's Dallas or Dynasty. Oh, that's Dallas. Dallas is JR. Yeah.
Yeah, he got his ass shot. I remember like that crap because it was such a big deal, but I didn't even watch that show. I was like, screw that. Who cares about JR? Who the hell is JR? Mm-hmm. In Alabama, we don't say JR. He's Junior. What's going on, Junior? Who shot Junior? That's what we'd have been saying here in Alabama. But like, yeah, man, we didn't watch. I don't even know if Dynasty even came on the airwaves in Alabama. I think it was outlawed, to be honest with you. I don't even think they allowed that kind of stuff here in the state of Alabama. Like, they was like, hell no, we can't be having none of that.
It's too Texas for us.
I mean, listen, it's like, yeah, to Texas, but like we knew it was kind of a fake Texas too. Like, people in Texas didn't act like that for real. They ain't too much different acting than the people in Alabama. But I'm just saying, like, we have weird rules in this state. Like, if you're gonna fly in this state, in Alabama, there's no other airline except for American Airlines, because we believe in America. You know what I'm saying? That's it. Now, you might be able to take a plane that flies in, like a Southwest, you know, or something like that. That flies into Alabama.
They're only American
Airlines.
Out
of Alabama, those planes leave empty, because nobody flies out of Alabama unless they got American Airlines.
Okay,
American.
I know you're trolling me right now, because that's nonsense.
Man, it ain't no nonsense. Look it up.
Really,
bro.
You tell me nobody flies anything but American?
No, it's
airline
just
in Alabama.
We don't even call it American, really. Here we call it America.
America.
Yep, America.
America.
We fly America.
America. Justin, if someone said, "Hey, you want to be in a soap opera?" would you say yeah?
Hell yeah, because you're making money. Now look, I'll say whatever I want to. I could be negative or whatever about anything, bro. But hell yeah, I'd be making money. Listen, I loved wrestling so much back in the day that my ass wrestled. We had a friend that's grandfather had this big old huge piece of land that used to have cows on it, but he had got rid of the cows, so it was just like this big ass field. They had huge shade tree in one of the corners of this thing. We built a wrestling ring and we wrestled and videotaped it. You damn right I'd be on a soap opera, man. Like, I'd have did it, and I'd have been making money then. I was doing that shit for free.
Would you be somebody's half brother, half cousin that you never knew existed?
Bro, I'd be whatever they want me to be. I'd be a werewolf. I think didn't one of them start adding vampires?
Wait, what? No,
didn't one of these daytime?
I don't know. Are you asking me? Yo, Brandi, Brandi really put us in a box here, because she was like, "I want you two people who don't know nothing about soap operas to talk about soap."
Listen to me. If they want somebody from South Alabama that's sexy as hell,
standards are really low.
That's right, sexy as hell. Then there you go. Give me a call. I'll jump on one today. I'll be there tomorrow. They just fly me out there. I go out there making some damn money, boy. I'll be out there. Shit, I'll do anything. I'll do anything.
Hey, man, I'll say is this, man. Shout out to the soap operas.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I didn't do extensive research. I just pulled up a website that had cool, interesting facts, and I would just read them out every now and then. I ain't gonna lie to the fans like that.
Yeah. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I again, like I told Brandi, I don't really do soaps like that, Brandi, but I'll do this video for you. Now, and I'll, shout out to them.
So it's like I said, I've seen them. I've known about them. I know why they were popular. I know why people liked them and loved them. Each show was like basically a little bit of a cliffhanger for the next show. And if you was going to be at home during those times, like I said, you ain't had nothing really else to watch. So you picked your favorite one, whether it was Guiding Light or Days of Our Lives or whichever ones you wanted to watch, and you watched it. And I get it. I understand it. Dude, I watch stuff all the time that people might not understand. So I'm very understanding of whatever people want to watch out there. and have fun with. And like I said, it just seems like a lot of these things these days, we got to get like back to where we just put shows out there for like the different groups of people and not try to do everything for everybody, man. You remember back in the day, like when you could like turn to a channel and you knew it was going to be like things you would probably like or whatever, because it was catered towards like your kind of audience or whatnot. Like, I think you brought it up on one of the shows that you just did or recently, like, what was it, Spike TV or whatever?
Yeah.
Like, you knew that was going to have some like manly programs on there or something like that. And all that.
They had a show. They actually had a show called Mansers.
Yeah, exactly. So like, it's cool to me. Like, I think that everything now is trying to like cater to everybody all at once. And sometimes when you do that, like, it's not as great. I just think there should be things like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you go watch some stupid show like that if you wanted to. It's like catered to like men or something and whatnot. And you have shows like, you know, you still have a couple, but I think even them were kind of falling by the wayside. Like, you had a couple of channels that would be catered towards women, like the Lifetime Movie Network and stuff, but those kind of fell off. You know what I'm saying? Like, because they tried to do other things and different things than what they did when they first started, like Lifetime.
Are there Christmas movies? Those Christmas movies?
Christmas.
Yeah, those Lifetime Christmas movies. Gotta save Christmas.
Bro, it's always a dude that's a piece of crap, and then another guy comes in and saves it. Like, it's
so it's like lady with shit dude going to her Christmas. Lady then falls in love with good dude at that Christmas. Lady leaves shit dude for new dude, and fast forward a year, new dude and lady are at Christmas, and he proposed to her at Christmas.
Yeah,
so it's
and
beautiful.
Like, and it always starts out too like the guy that's a piece of crap. He may not be a piece of crap at the very beginning. He might be like the love of her life, scoops her right off her feet and everything, and carries her across the threshold. And
then he reveals himself as the movie goes
and then
along.
He's like the biggest piece of garbage ever. Like, you know, a year down the road, it's like that kind of stuff will happen. And then like it'll be the guy that was her friend that she probably should have been out with the first time and probably should have been with from the beginning, but for whatever reason she just didn't jump on that dude, so she tried to go with this other guy, and now that guy's back into the picture, you know, and he's been living a fun life, a cool carefree lifestyle, you know, being respectful to everybody and shit, and then, you know, they get together.
Exactly.
Pretty much is what happens.
This is what
maybe that's why that channel is not doing as good anymore, because everybody kind of knows what's going to happen.
It's the same movie 8 times.
Maybe they need to do like the 50 Shades of Grey. You know, that thing hit big time in the box office, even though a lot of people didn't like the acting and stuff like that in that movie. But maybe we need, like, instead of Lifetimes,
we're not gonna have BDSM on Lifetime channel.
I'm just saying, man, we might 50 Shades of Grey it, maybe, like, you know, after 7 p.m. or something like that. Like, all of a sudden now we get like,
it's like Cartoon Network becoming Adult Swim at night.
Exactly, dude. Like, we start having some like a things adult out there, like for the ladies out there, man.
We're talking about soap operas, now we're talking about Lifetime channel. That's crazy.
See, look, we're talking about it all. I was just bringing up the fact that I've just been thinking about it recently after the Barbie movie and stuff, that like women should have more and more things that are catered to them. Because like the one thing about men, we're always going to have stuff like wrestling and sports, right? So even if there's not technically a channel for dudes to watch their shows or something on, there's always going to be sports and like stuff like wrestling for men, like all that from here on out, right? And you just don't see enough, I don't think, catered towards the feminine crowd, man.
All right. But you know what? This video is catered to one woman.
That's right.
Brandi.
Exactly right.
Brandi.
He watches it 500 times. We need to watch it like, you know, once a day.
Yeah, watch it once a day. Just like a soap opera. Just like a soap opera. Watch it once a day, Brandi. So yes, guys, like I said, Brandi is one of our executive patrons for $18. She requested this video and we're doing this video for her. So shout out to Brandi. But pretty much anything else, we don't really have anything more to say. Thank you guys so much.
Bro, I thought you knew more about soap operas when we jumped in here.
I don't, man. I didn't grow up watching them. I didn't watch them growing up. When I would be home, like let's say sick and it's in the middle of the day, I didn't turn on CBS and watch Bold and the Beautiful. I didn't do that.
Is there any way, before we get out of here, I ask one more question. Maybe you know it. Is there any way for people to go and actually watch, like, say, a soap opera from beginning to end? Like, is it on some of the streaming services?
Oh, you talking about like season 1?
Yeah, like going back and they're like, man, you know what? They don't make soap operas like they used to. I want to go back and watch them. Like I want to go watch God and Light.
Even though it's the same soap opera since 1975, but sure.
No, but I'm saying like season 1, you know, you got to introduce all these characters. You want to follow the story from the
Yeah,
beginning
no.
to
So
end.
like when I went when I checked CBS or Paramount Plus now, I clicked on The Bold and the Beautiful. It's only season 36. That's it. They don't have season 1. They don't. I think they don't do that because it's so many episodes. It's like so many. You probably can buy a box set somewhere. Probably be like $200.
Right.
But you know, yeah. So there's that. But
So
also,
yeah,
dude,
you
there's
can't
this.
even get this. You can't even get them on streaming then, man. That
Yeah,
sucks.
no, it's not. What's that one? What's that famous soap opera actress that was nominated like 25 times for daytime Emmys, but only won like 2 of them?
I don't know.
I want to shout her out. Like, was it Sophia something?
Matella?
No, no, that's
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 the
the
only
girl.
person.
No,
That's the
no.
only person I know with like the first name Sophia that I know their last name.
Sophia Soap. I want to before we head out. I want to shout her out. Operas. Yeah, no, I don't know. Sorry, my bad. I know
There
she's
was
an
a lady
icon.
with the first name of like Erna or something like that. It was like a kind of a weird first name. Actually,
Was
I
it?
can tell you right now.
Mm,
I can shout out this Erna Phillips. She did a bunch of soap operas. Actually, did like 4 or 5 of them. Actually, wrote them. And Susan Lucci, the
Susan
most pop.
Lucci. Susan
Oh, is that
Lucci.
it?
That's who it is. Susan Lucci. Yes. Yeah, she was
She did
nominated
it,
like
and she was on there. She was on the soap operas for 41 years.
yeah, Susan Lucci. Yeah, shout out to you, Susan Lucci. But without further ado, everybody, thank you guys so much for joining us. Hope you have a wonderful day. And Brandi, that's for you and all the other patrons, $15 patrons. Patreon requests, we'll do them. We will make them for you. Whatever topic you want. We may be well versed, we may be not well versed. You can get 2 different shows. And if you can choose 2 members of the team, schedule permitting, if they can do it, they'll do it. But if they can't, schedules, I'm sorry, it's human nature. But without further ado, everybody, thank you guys so much. Have a wonderful night. See y'all later.
Thank you, Ferris.
Thank you.